G'day to the selection panel. This is my pitch to the panel for my application for the Targeted Placement Initiative. While I'm giving you my pitch, I'd like to just let you know that I'm going to be referring to some notes on my computer. I'm at my office at work. Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you to Enterprise people, Screen Australia, and of course Rideback Films for such an innovative program that doesn't come around too often for Indigenous people like myself. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that's being presented here to gain the necessary international skills and knowledge to really make a difference in the Australian film industry. My community and the general public, the punter. It also would assist my desires and passion to have a career in film and contribute in making a difference in that space. In Australian film, we do still have a lot of stereotypes of Aboriginal people and typecasts of different roles, whether that be because there aren't enough directors and writers in that space, but Aboriginal people are generally typecast. I remember as a kid in the 80s watching things like The Cosby Show. You had a doctor and a lawyer who were black. We don't have that yet here in Australian film, and I'd like to be a part of changing the landscape of film and how we are presented on film. I think it's crucial in race relations and diversity and inclusivity. I think to have Aboriginal people involved in film and in storytelling, I think it's paramount to a nation being inclusive. And the screen industry is a very powerful medium, and it can alleviate and help address social, cultural and economic disadvantages, as well as the way that we're portrayed, as I've mentioned. I'd like to get into all sorts of different films, predominantly animation, feature films, TV series, and if it was an animation, for an example, look at the success of Moana. Australian dollar wise, that's recouped in almost close to $1 billion. I mean, this is a lucrative market, and it's also breaking down those cultural barriers with language, cultural representation, and it's not necessarily from the outside perspectives in, it's from the inside perspective out. I think that's what we have the opportunity to do with initiatives like this. For myself, I feel like it's now or never to break into the industry. I've been on the periphery of it for 15 to 20 odd years and never really had that break. I'm a passionate storyteller, writer. I've got numerous things I've already written that I somehow think are just going to stay in my diary and never ever really become anything, and that's a driving force of this application and meeting the right people and getting that connection and collaboration and network is just, it's exciting, and that's it's really, really exciting. I think it's crucial, as I said, to put Aboriginal people in these stories up front alongside mainstream television. Unrepresented people in front of and behind the camera, just as crucial. The stereotypical roles, as I mentioned, are still present here. We've got a depth of over 40,000 plus years of stories to tap into, and it's going to require Indigenous leadership in key areas such as this opportunity here to actually rectify that. Thanks, everyone.